Hi guys, how are you guys doing? So I received a word yesterday and I heard the Lord whisper, I miss you. Okay, so I wasn't sure what that was relating to. And this morning I got a confirmation that it's relating to kingdom marriages. So I'm going to say this, okay? The Lord doesn't call kingdom marriages. The Lord says your husband or your wife. That's how God says it. He says your husband or your wife. The reason why we say kingdom marriages is because anything relating to God's will, relating to God's kingdom, we call it kingdom, whatever the title is. So if God gives you a career, he gives you a job, he gives you some type of financial breakthrough, we would call it kingdom finances or kingdom career or kingdom job, right? Kingdom business, whatever God gives you. If it's a marriage, kingdom marriage, right? So kingdom is just what we say as to that it's from God. It's according to his will, according to his plan, according to his kingdom, right? So because anything relating to God is according for it's a purpose that is according for his will, and it's according to his kingdom, okay? But he will say husband and he will say wife, okay? Everybody does have free will, but God will let you know, just like God will prophesy and show you prophecies of, okay, hey, I know you want to do A, but I think B, or I feel like B is better for you, okay? So God will say, okay, I know you want to do plan B, but I want you to do plan A. That's what God will say. Like, okay, I want you to do plan B, but God will say, okay, I know you want to do plan B, but here's plan A. So God can show us the will that he has for our life. God can show us the plans he has for our life, but it's ultimately up to us to be obedient and to follow him. There's a lot of people that God has called and they have chosen to run away from the calling, and they have chosen not to answer the call, right? But God gives everybody free will, right? God is not going to go against your free will. It's the same thing with kingdom marriages, okay? When God says, okay, I have a husband or I have a wife for you, it's really up to the husband and the wife to be obedient, right? And God will show you prophecies. God will show you the plan that he has for you. God will show you, the future you guys are going to have together, and he will show both of y'all, okay? So if you want to know if someone's your kingdom partner, like, you really have to, this is not something that you're just going to like, oh, I know who my kingdom partner is, we're gonna live happily ever after. Like, it's a process. Just like you waiting for your prophecy, whatever prophecy God has promised you. Okay, God, you promised me this job, or you promised me this career, or God, you said I was going to be here. God may show you a vision of where you're gonna be 10 years from now, and that's the plan, and you're walking according to his will. It's the same thing for a marriage, okay? If God can show you like who he wants you to be with, who is suitable for you, who is going to meet your needs and his needs for the kingdom, and the person that you guys are going to be able to fulfill his will, he can show you, but it's ultimately up to you to be obedient, just like it's ultimately up to your partner to be obedient, right? So I just want to say that when God said, I miss you, and I knew it was related to kingdom marriages, the word is that there is someone's kingdom partner that is missing them, okay? But I also received an additional word this morning relating to that, and I want you guys to understand that the messages I've been putting out for you guys, letting you guys know that the enemy is trying to put doubt in many people. The enemy is trying to, sow negative seeds to kind of make you start to question things. The enemy is going to do anything possible, including if you have the gift to hear in the spirit. Just like I tell you guys all the time, I can hear conversations in the spirit. The enemy will, and I explained to you guys yesterday about one of the attempts that this witch was trying to attack my kingdom husband in the spirit, and I had to pray against, the door that she was trying to get me to open in the spirit, right? So the enemy will use every tactic. So I want you to know that if you can hear in the spirit and you know that your person is close, and God has specifically confirmed this to you, okay, as in like he has shown you, God is not a man that he shall lie, and God is not the author of confusion. So he will show you detail for detail what's in store for you. You're going to see a lot of distractions. You're going to see the enemy trying to use witches, warlocks, even people, even outside people, trying to distract you and trying to make you feel weary about the marriage that God has promised you, about the connection that you have with a person, okay? I've already seen people try planting negative seeds already in the physical, but I've been going through this for a while, so I already know all the tricks and schemes that the enemy tries to pull, but I'm just warning you guys about it. One of the main things I want to warn you guys about is counterfeits, okay? So what the enemy will try to do first is he will try to plant doubt in your mind. He will try to plant fear in your mind. He will try to make you think that God is lying, or that what you saw, what you heard wasn't true, even though you know God has confirmed this like the 20th time or 50th time, because you kept asking after confirmation. You ask again after confirmation. You ask again. You went into how many fasts to confirm. And no matter what, God keeps confirming the same thing. You know in your heart, and you know that God is not a liar, and you know what God said, but the enemy will try to put doubt in you, and then you'll start questioning things, and you'll start looking elsewhere. And when the enemy tries to distract you, then he's going to start sending in counterfeits before the real thing usually comes in, where you either meet them, if you haven't met them yet, but you've been seeing them in the spirit through prophecy because God has been showing it to you, or whether you've met them already and God has been working on both of you guys, because that's why separation is needed sometimes, because he will get both of you guys would have to go through deliverance before coming together. So there's a waiting period because both of y'all have to be delivered and have to be equipped to fight. So sometimes God will definitely before y'all come together and get married, he will definitely have you guys know of each other and meet each other, but he won't let you guys actually go into a relationship or take it further because of what's required and what has to happen, and you guys both having to be equipped, right? I talked about this in the Kingdom Marriage. But during that period of both y'all getting delivered, both y'all growing through Christ and strengthening your relationship through Christ and being strong, getting stronger in the spirit, there's going to be a lot of arrows being aimed at both of you guys. There's going to be a lot of distractions. There's going to be a lot of counterfeits. There's going to be a lot of Jezebels. There's going to be a lot of tactics the devil's going to use, okay, to try to turn y'all against each other, twist things in the spirit, twist words, masquerade as you, masquerade as him, or masquerade as him, masquerade as you. Like, whatever the situation is, the devil's going to do whatever he can to make y'all like want to deter yourself from each other, or to make y'all question if this is even real. But once you understand all the tricks and schemes, you're not going to fall for it, obviously. You know what I mean? But for those who don't understand it, I'm just letting you know that this stuff is actually real. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, and you want to know detail for detail, I'm going to post my Kingdom Marriage video in the comments section. I'm going to pin it, okay? And I think it's like a 2.5 hour video. I literally explain every single thing that can happen, right? Not every single thing, but the most important things, right? So around this time, I want you guys to understand that there's a lot of attempts relating to counterfeits. Whenever you're close to the real thing, you're going to notice that people from your past that you're no longer interested in all of a sudden want to be with you, all of a sudden are interested in you. Or some people from the past that you were interested in that were not interested back then, all of a sudden they're interested in you, because people can sense that something is close for you. Some people may not know that, you know, you have a kingdom person, but some people may just have this urgency and this sense of like wanting to reach out to you, wanting to see if you guys can take it to the next level. You may have ex-husbands, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, ex-wives all of a sudden wanting to come back, trying to find excuses to talk to you, excuses to communicate with you. You may be seeing them in the spirit stalking you all of a sudden. Like, that's what I mean when I say like the knocks on the door that you hear in the spirit. It can also be from people who are desiring to be with you, but they cannot access your spirit because you have not opened up the door and came into agreement with what they're wanting with you, right? So because you have not come into agreement, there's a block. So they're trying to knock to make their way in. So don't be surprised if, you know, all of a sudden all these things are happening, because when you're close to the real thing, where like your person's really coming in and you're going to meet them, or your person's really literally on their way, all these distractions will start coming in and you'll notice it. But if you're actually a loyal person and you're a good-hearted person, trust me, you're not even gonna like take the bait, okay? Like, when you're a loyal person, this stuff won't bother you. It may be annoying, but when you're a loyal person, you kind of just roll your eyes and kind of like chuckle and rebuke it, right? But there's some people, they're loyal, but because of the doubts that they have, because of the confusion, they may start thinking, what if? Always go to God. And if you are never sure about anything, you need to go into a fast and you need to go into the face of the Lord, and do not make decisions outside of God's will for you, because you don't want to make a mistake and then all of a sudden a door is open that now you have to shut. You see what I'm saying? This happens so many times, hence why some kingdom partners ended up with counterfeits, thinking that they were the real ones, while the person that was really for them was sitting there like, what's going on? Like, I'm on the same page. Like, I'm on board. Like, I know what's going on, but you don't know what's going on. And it can cause riffraff, it can cause heartache, it can cause headaches, and then now forgiveness has to happen, revelations have to come in, all of that has to go on. But to avoid all that, take everything to God. Take everything to God. Everything you hear in the spirit, also take it to God, okay? Because they know how to masquerade people's voices. Just like there's AI out here, they know how to masquerade people's voices. They know how to masquerade as put on people's faces in the spirit. I've witnessed plenty of times where they've masqueraded my voice. They would say things in the spirit. I'm like, that's not me, but it sounds like me, but it's not me. And there's people that would masquerade as my voice. So I know this stuff is real. So they do this to cause confusion, to mess with your heart, to mess with your mind. It's a mind game tactic. And most of the times, if there is someone that is targeting your marriage and not wanting you to get married, and they're trying to put marital curses on you, and these curses ain't working because you didn't do anything for that curse to have any type of effect on you or cause on you, right? So a curse without a cause will not have an effect on you. It will not work. You may feel something to know that something's going on, but the curse won't do what they originally wanted it to do to you, right? So what will happen is they will try to use other tactics. They'll try to deter you from your partner or try to deter your partner from you. So they'll try many tactics to kind of like try to break y'all up. Okay. Sometimes it's jealous family members that don't want to see y'all together, ex-wives, ex-girlfriends, ex-husbands, ex-boyfriends that don't want to see y'all together. Just people that just don't want to see y'all happy. Okay. So they'll try these tactics, and a lot of the times, like I told you guys, how they do that ritual with the coconut, they put whatever they want to affect you inside the coconut, and a part of that is manipulation, mind games, all that they'll put in the coconut to mess with your mind, to make you think that certain things are happening when it's not. And this is why it's so important to have that relationship with God. Like, I don't think people understand like just how important it is to really get in the face of God every single day, because you need God to come in and to be able to clarify things for you, or you're going to be confused. And if you're not able to hear God's voice, this is where you have to take that, initiative, and the responsibility to say, okay, I'm going to go into a 24-hour dry fast, God, because I'm confused about this. I need this confusion to be broken. I need to be able to think clearly now. So I'm going to go into a 24-hour dry fast. And if by 2 days it's not, I'm still fogged, I'm still unsure, I'm still confused, I'm going to extend it to 2 days, so it's just about really just getting to the face of God and really just making sure that you confirm things before you jump to conclusions or you jump to accusations, and then you cause more turmoil between you and your partner because of a misunderstanding. Okay, so anyways, I love you guys. There's counterfeits that are trying to make their way in the lives of people, and they're doing it in the spirit. Okay, so they're coming through in the spirit, and they're trying to make encounters and stuff like that. But I even saw like in the spirit, there's like angry ex-girlfriends, angry ex-boyfriends in the spirit that's trying to they're just really angry, so most of it is just like them not wanting y'all to be happy. But anyways, confirm things with God. But I did hear God say miss you, so I just want to confirm that there's a lot of I miss you right now with the kingdom marriages. So y'all are missing each other. So because y'all miss each other, it's like that's being away from each other is what really strengthens your relationship in the spirit too, right? It strengthens your relationship in the spirit. It actually teaches you guys how to just build your individual relationship with God, but it also teaches you guys how to become stronger in the spirit, to be able to help each other spiritually without even being around each other. So you guys, it's almost like you guys know everything about each other without even being around each other. It's like you guys are familiar with each other in the spirit without even being with each other in the physical, right? That is how you guys strengthen that connection in the spiritual realm. A cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. That is you, your partner, and the Lord. That is one cord. So everything that you're going through spiritually, they'll feel it. It's all connected to that cord. Okay. So anyways, I just want to give you guys this confirmation. So I love you guys. Take everything to God, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.